We got to this one address. I said, this one goes around back. He went around back, drove off, left them right at the stop.
That was after getting hit by a car. That
Wait,
was another.
You got hit by a car?
I ended up drinking 24 Bud Lights in about 48 minutes. Drunken nomad stumbles out in the road and he hit me going 30 miles an hour.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode number 5. And let's go around the table. Oh my God, we are so excited here. We got a couple special guests, special guests for us today. But first, let me go to my co-host down in West by God, Virginia. Luke, how are you, buddy?
Well, I put this in the docs, and I gotta give a shout out to him because shout out to a coworker of mine and one of our shop stewards, Dwayne Elsey, because I as we record this, I'm off for 2 weeks, and you know I have my random weapons that I keep. I guess they're legal, quote unquote, maybe UPS wise, but one of them is an axe handle that it's got sentimental value to me because it was a part of a bunch of old tools of my grandfather's. So I keep it normally under the 4,000 shelf, and I was taking it out because I'll be gone for 2 weeks, and I had left it there. So Elsie gives me a call, and I said, I gotta talk about this because this is just the most random. He said, hey, do you leave your bat on the table? And I was like, actually, it's an axe handle, but I fucking did. So he grabbed it for me so UPS didn't steal my sentimental value memory there. And but now I'm good, man. Fridays we record, the week's done. I'm off for 2, so let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. And let's go around to our guests, shall we? They've been on the podcast previously before the hiatus, and it's been awesome getting to know them. Guys, please welcome Dusty and Chelsae back to the podcast. How's it going, guys?
Good.
It's going good.
I'm very excited.
Hold on. Also known as Old Bald Bearded Bastard, right? I mean, I think everybody hears that name whenever we see the question of the week.
I will say that the two of your Instagram names are two of the best, with mindfully me and Old Bald Bearded Bastard. I think it fucking speaks. The Old Bald Bearded Bastard just speaks. It speaks. To say, yeah, the visuals there, and I don't think you're a bastard, but it's just.
It depends.
But depends on the mood. Yeah, I hear you. But I just hear it now because I've been rewatching House of the Dragon. That's a spinoff of Game of Thrones. So now I just, when I think of bastard now, that's all I can think of anymore. It's like Jon Snow. And even though Jon Snow wasn't a bastard, but sorry for any spoiler alerts to any Game of Thrones watchers. Don't worry, I saved you. The ending's not that good.
Well, yes, we are happy to have you guys back. This is going to be a fun one for sure, as always.
They were our first couple that we had on too. Driving the first
that's
ones,
right.
And I am. I mean, we'll dive into it a little bit later because I think it was because that was before we didn't do Danielle and Ashley's episode yet. So really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had Katie on early, but I feel like it was the first time as far as a spouse goes that Katie also she wasn't on with her husband either. So it was like the first time I feel like that anybody and there's been a lot changed now since, because you're now working, Chelsae. I think at that time you weren't working at the time, so there's a whole, but yeah, we'll get into that later though. We're definitely stoked to have you back.
Yeah, I mean, we could start with that, right? It's so much has changed since then. Yeah. I mean, dude, do you remember what episode it was? Do you guys remember what episode it was?
It was 40 something, I think.
It was 40 something?
Maybe. What?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, it was around there. It was definitely around there. And I mean, so like obviously since then Luke's had a kid. So much has
That's
changed.
true.
Your guys' kids got older. My
Yeah.
2 kids got older. And going from a stay-at-home mom to working now.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Nights. So when the kids are at school, I sleep. When they get home from school, I'm awake. We go to sports. It works out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. If I could be a stay-at-home dad, I totally would do it.
Oh, it was
I
fun.
don't.
I feel like I feel like it's my calling.
No,
Like,
I'll say
somewhere,
when
somewhere.
I'll listen. And I looked it up, by the way. It was episode 41. That was the one. So it was 41 that they were on. But anybody like stay-at-home mom, I feel like is a role now with Ashley being in it now for 2 years. It absolutely. I don't think for anybody that would say like if there's a stigma towards that, it is no fucking joke. I'll tell you right now, I've had my daughter for we spend a lot of time together when we can, but I'm saying like for probably the most time by myself I've had her for probably 8-9 hours. She's never stayed. Like I've had her for a while. Call it a a working shift, which a stay-at-home mom doesn't have a fucking working shift. I'm saying for what I experienced. And this is just with one kid too.
Hold on a second.
Listen,
Hold on a
delivering
second.
isn't shit. That's what I'm getting at. It's not.
You just said you don't think they have a working shift?
No, they don't have a working shift because it's around the fucking clock.
Because it's okay.
Yeah,
okay, I
it's not
understand.
like
I was gonna say, you're gonna piss off a lot of people.
I'm saying for me, as what I did in an 8 or 9 hour span, kicked my fucking ass, and I was like, delivering for 12 hours is shit compared to this, because it's totally. That's what I mean. It's tough. It definitely So I just wanted to make sure I said that, but you can, Chelsae, you can
totally.
vouch for
So,
that, obviously. But
So what's so funny about this actually in this conversation and like stay-at-home moms is that my wife sent me this reel, believe it or not, of this UPS driver. And I believe he goes by the name Minton_Jr.
Huh?
And he made this reel. It's this guy, if you could see. And he
Oh,
made
yeah,
this
yeah,
reel
okay.
talking about stay-at-home moms. And it's so funny that we're actually on this topic. My wife just sent me this. My wife's like, you need to get this guy on the podcast because he's spitting facts. And about,
Yeah.
here we are. And I think it's always been like a mindset almost, or just the way it is in the world where, we as the husbands or the man of the house or whatever you want to say, we provide for the family, right? But in reality, the mother that's home with the kids, she's making doctor's appointments. She's bathing them. She's giving them food. Like she's laundry, whatever the fuck it may be. Like, and this guy was talking about how they don't get enough credit, and so
Being
yes.
on both sides of it, it's a different kind of hard. You don't my going to work now, because I work outside the house now. That's my break. I can't miss my children. Don't go away.
Right.
There's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody.
Yeah, then they still FaceTime me while I'm at work.
Yeah, it like,
Of
yeah, I
course.
mean, that's what that's what Ashley was saying with, whenever Willow gets to be school age, that was when, but she had actually, it was kind of how it all worked out. She had left her job and was going to start looking for another one. And was going to start applying, but then we found out she was pregnant, and then just kind of just went from there. But yeah, I think most women would agree with you on that have done the role and now working again. So with I see what is it you do, because I see you in scrubs, so I know it's some type of healthcare.
Yeah, health. I am a night shift nurse at an assisted living, and I love it. I love residents. I love it all.
It's awesome.
How is there like any, because that obviously I can't believe 4 years after the fact I'm going to actually bring up COVID, but I just if I bring it up, if I bring this up in like 50 episodes from now, Dave, you can get permission just to shoot me. But but is there, because I haven't I used to deliver to a couple. I live right beside one. The next street, literally, it's I could throw a rock and hit the place. But is there any type of is there any type of like restrictions anymore of any kind, or is that all finally done?
Not. We recently had one of our residents had COVID, but in the facility I work in, it's not just rooms. It's not like a nursing home. They're actual apartments. They
Oh,
have kitchens,
nice.
they have bedrooms. We have studios, and then we have like up to 2 bedrooms. So when they do have COVID like that, they can be confined to their room. We take everything to their room for them, all that stuff. So and the facility I work at also has a pub, a movie theater, an ice cream parlor. Like, it is.
No shit.
It's a town.
It's also very expensive to live
It's a
there.
town.
I-
It's a private town.
Take her something, and she showed me around, and I felt like we were walking through Olive Garden.
Dude,
I swear to God.
I fucking love it. That's fancy. Holy shit. I've heard of places like this. So it's an assisted living, but not what I'm like, not what you're thinking. It's not the nursing
It's
home.
not a nursing home. Yeah.
There's a lot of people still jamming and having a good time, it sounds like.
Yeah, and they drive and come and go as they please. They have an exercise room too. I mean, it's it's very expensive for them to live there.
I can
Gosh.
imagine. Damn.
So how's the bed at night, Dusty, when she's at work? You just get all the blankets to yourself? You're not gonna worry about the wife pulling the blankets off you or anything, man?
Well, she has her blankets.
Yeah.
I don't use blankets.
We have separate blankets. You
I
don't touch
don't. I sleep with the sheet. She
That's
has
not a
her
bad idea.
blanket.
Separate blankets.
I'm not surprised. You don't strike me as somebody that you strike me as a hot-blooded person anyway. Don't need, because that's how I am.
I used to be until I lost all that weight. I was always hot, but now I'm never warm, am I? I'm always
Yeah.
cold.
It's 4 degrees in here right now, and she's probably cold.
What? It's what? It's how cold in your house?
74.
Holy shit. That's like too hot for me.
I think mine's at 72 if I looked upstairs.
Mine sits at 70.
We had an OMS. I was talking to her one time, and she told me, and this was in the wintertime, her house was 86 degrees
Well, that's like the old
in the
people
winter.
at my
That's
work.
how high they had their heat turned up. 80 degrees.
That's the old people at my work.
And they weren't even old. They were my age.
That's
I think
disgusting.
There's at 80. Yeah. That's going to be me when I get old.
No.
86 degrees. Like my wife, like it'll be like the dead summertime and I'll be out there delivering and she'll call, be like, hey, how's your day going? I'm like, it's fucking hot as shit outside. And then she's like, oh, I'm sitting in the air conditioning room at her job with a heater on her desk and a heater down below at her feet. And I'm just like, like, come on now. I'm out there just sweating from every pore in my body. And she's just like, oh, I'm freezing over here. No. Yeah,
I
anyways.
actually had Ashley
love my
the
wife.
last time when because I can go home on my route, and not all the time. It's kind of hit or miss. This week I got to go home 3 of the 5 days, which was nice. But one of the days when it was a real fucking cooker outside, I had her go. I was like, go step in. I was like, it's not bad out here, but I was like, go step in that So I had to, I opened up the bulkhead door. It's like, just go stand in there for a little bit. And then I was like, that's the real, I was like, once you feel that, and so then I feel like it. And then, shout out to Cole Murder, my boy Cole Legnod. It's, he's rolling around 107 degrees today. This makes me fucking sick. But I got to make sure to bring this up because I want to make sure to tell this story again while you're here with us, Chelsae, because your part in it was always hilarious to me. And I was because we had talked about it the last time when you were on, but I told Dave, like, there's no way restarting this again. We can't not talk about the dog bite story again. So
I don't remember this for
Dave
some reason.
got fucking neuralized. I don't know how I was like,
What?
dude, how do you not remember this shit? I was like fucking baffled. I said, you don't remember the ice cream scooper out of the fucking calf? Like, he don't remember. That's how I describe it. For anybody listening, it literally looked like an ice cream scooper just scooped a chunk of his calf out of his. It was.
I pictures if you
was-
wanted to post them.
It was about a $50 size chunk out of my leg.
Yeah, dude. How do you not remember this? We saw pictures and everything.
I feel like I little bit remember him telling the story, but I don't remember like seeing the picture. Luke's like, "You remember the picture?" I was like, "No."
Yeah,
I don't remember
I've
the
told
picture.
so many people. The only dog bite thing I've seen that was worse. And God, I don't mean to say this like in a joke because this is bad to sound because it's going to sound bad, but literally the only thing I can think of that's fucking worse that I've seen, and I'm sure there's probably, but there was a male woman in Florida that got mauled to death. And that's literally that was the only fucking thing I can think of that I could.
You've seen pictures of that?
No, I have not seen pictures of that.
Oh.
Those dogs got euthanized. They got put down and shit. Like, but
Yeah.
other than that, like, there's no fucking dog bite story I've ever heard or seen. Like, even Nate's hand, as fucked up as it was, like, dude, did nothing.
That was disgusting.
His leg was way worse. I promise.
He had like a nerve hanging out of his finger and shit. Like it was.
But
Those pictures. I'm morbid as fuck, and I want to see that.
Yeah, we'll have to. Does Nate still have him?
Get my hands on
Does
it.
Nate still have him?
Probably.
So
He probably does. Yeah.
So I just want to say because the famous thing, and I'll let you take over on this one, Dusty, once I start, because the fun thing, if any of the old listeners remember, when he called in to was it just an on-road supervisor or was it your center manager?
OMS.
Or your OMS. That's who asked you how many stops you left.
That was the manager.
Oh shit. Okay.
When she answered and I started talking, she knew in my voice something serious was wrong. And she's like, just take a minute. What happened?
Okay, well, start from the tops. Just go ahead and start from the top
Up where?
of your story. Start from the beginning of what happened.
Well, I backed into the drive and I got out of the truck. I walk up to the house, set the box down, ring the doorbell, and I knocked. I turned around and I started walking back to the truck. And their screen door was always a pain in the ass to open and shut. So when I got back, I was on the sidewalk. I was almost in the sidewalk. And I heard the door. And I thought, oh, they're just opening the door. Well, then as I started to keep walking, I was almost to the edge of the sidewalk. I still probably had 15, 20 feet to go before I got to the door of the truck. All I heard was toenails. Concrete. Fuck. Turn around and here comes this fucking, I don't know, probably 130-pound pit bull charging.
Huh.
I'm like, oh fuck. So at that point, I had nothing to do. I had nowhere to go. There's no fucking way I'm making it. So I stood my ground, tried to make myself look big to where it might scare him, and that didn't work. That fucker grabbed the whole. And weird thing, it didn't hurt. I didn't feel a fucking thing. And I beat the fucking shit out of that dog. If he didn't have a head concussion, I would be surprised.
Yeah.
They finally got him off. They got him in the house. I got in the truck, and I'm like the adrenaline rush. And I was like, oh, fuck. And they were like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm all right. I'm good. I got it. I get fucking calm down now. And I remember my pants. I had pants on. My pant leg was sticking to my leg. What the fuck is going on? And I pulled my pant leg up, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Fuck. And they were standing there, and they were like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. That ain't good. They went in the house and locked the dog in a room, and because I didn't have cell phone service out there, and I called the building, and the OMS answered, and she could, instantly when she picked up the phone and I started talking, she knew something was fucking wrong. Like, just calm down. Just what happened? I'm like, I got bit by a dog and it ain't good.
Which is vastly different from the phone call I got.
Well, that was a text. So then, like, well, I'll get Mike, hold on real quick. So manager gets on the phone and asks me what happened. I said, I got bit by a dog. It's not good. It's bad. He's like, well, how many stops do you have left?
Oh, of course he said that.
I think there's like 7 or 8. Can you finish that before you go to the hospital?
Oh, God.
I'm like, dude, I'm missing a fucking chunk of meat out of my leg. Seriously? Like, no. I need to go. I mean, this isn't good. So he's like, well, leave the car there. Take your dad. Take your keys. I'll meet you at the hospital. Another driver will meet us there, and they'll get your truck and whatever. So we get on the highway, and I have cell phone service again, and this stupid fucker calls me and starts talking to me. Are you at the hospital yet? And I'm like, no. Just now got on 33. We still got another 15, 20 minutes before we get to the hospital. Okay, well, if you get there and see the doctor before I get there, I'm directing you. This is a directive order. You are to tell that doctor he is to write you back full duty tomorrow. No restrictions.
Before he ever saw anything.
Yeah. I'm like...
See, I forgot that part. I remember.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Holy shit.
So doctor
Well, no,
wait.
Go back to how you told me.
So I texted her when I was on the way to the hospital. I said, hey...
Mind you, I'm, 7 months pregnant?
No.
I knew, yeah, she was, I remember you saying you were pregnant.
Yeah.
She was pregnant with Boone. And I texted her, I was like, hey, don't freak out. I got bit by a dog. Like, well, how bad is it? I'm like, well, it's not bad. It's not too bad. She's like, okay. So we get to the hospital, and she knew someone that worked at that fucking hospital.
Yeah. I know everyone.
And I'm sitting there in the waiting room holding a fucking towel to my leg thinking, fuck. Out comes this girl that she knows. She's like, hey, Chelsae said you were here. I'm like, yeah, I got bit by a dog. So she went and got a thing to wrap my leg, and I pulled the towel off. She looked at it. She's like, oh my gosh. So she wrapped it up. And I'm sitting there, and they finally call me back. So she's sitting in the room while I'm getting checked in. And
if you hear our dog, he has more love than brain cells. He's not very smart. He's probably barking at his shadow. So.
Oh, no worries. That's how mine was for a while when we after Willow was born. It's no worries.
So hold on. So was there like your chunk of skin? Because you said you were wearing pants. Was it still in your pant leg when you like rolled it out? Did it fall out?
I don't know where it went.
Okay.
It wasn't there. And I'm in there getting checked in, and the girl doing the check-in was like, does anybody know you're here? I was like, yeah, I told my wife. Is she coming? I'm like, no, she's staying home, I think. And her friend was like, I'm like, what? She's dropping Bristol off your grandma. She's on her way. I'm like, great. So she shows, and she comes in there, barreling ass in there. I want to see it.
7 months pregnant, just
like you're gonna wait till the comes in here.
Well, he says I walk with attitude, like I'm ready to kick somebody's ass no matter what I'm doing. So there's a visual for you.
The man So he's sitting out in the waiting room, and she walks in, and he sees her, and she's like, "I'm going in there. You can't go in there. You're not allowed in there." So she fucking barrels ass in there, and she's like, "I want to see this dog bite." I'm like, "Well, you're gonna fucking wait till the doctor comes in here to look at it, 'cause I'm not unwrapping it." She's like, "Well, you're being a pussy. You are being a pussy. If this is just a scratch, I'm gonna fucking be pissed." So the doctor comes in, and he starts unwrapping it, and I hear her off to the side going, "Oh fuck." Oh, literally, I'm not in any pain.
Dude, that's wild.
And they get it. He says, "I'm going to stitch it up and do this." And she started arguing with the doctor, like, "Don't stitch that up because it's going to get infected."
You never stitch dog bites. So here's a PSA to all UPS drivers. If you get bit by a dog, do not let them stitch it. It needs to heal from the inside out.
And he came back in with the prescription. He's like, "I'm going to put you on this." And she's like, "That's not going to work. That's not strong enough. You need to give him this." "Oh, no, this will be fine." Guess what fucking happened? 10 days later, I ended up back in the ER. And
let's just say I was right.
That night was kind of scary because I didn't think I was going to leave the fucking hospital because it was infected pretty bad.
Okay, but go back to the manager and me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was at the hospital? Oh, that's even better. God, I forgot. I knew you reamed the Sorry. Go ahead.
He walks out to do something. I want to go back there and see him. She's like, "You can't go back there. They don't want you back there." And he just kept fucking pushing her. She fucking fired back at him.
Listen, I'm 5 foot nothing, okay? He's what, maybe 6'2", 6'3", probably?
Fuck, I know.
He's way bigger than me.
He's about my height. So they get into an argument at the hospital and whatever. So I get out, we go home. 10 days later, I end up back in the ER for infection and a bunch. And the next day, she had to take
your work excuse.
Well, before I went to the ER the second time, she had to take my work excuse in because the doctor saw the infection. She's like, "He needs to go to the ER. If anything goes wrong, he needs to go to the ER now." So she took work excuse in, and I'm passed out in the car. And he has a. She takes the fucking paper, and he's fucking like shaking the paper just consistently like this. "What are his restrictions? What restrictions does he have?" And she looks at him. She's like, "If you stop fucking shaking that paper, you might be able to read it." I mean, they were fucking going back and forth.
We were yelling. Yeah, we were yelling back and forth. And the other drivers would peek in the office like, "Hey, you good? You good? We got..." And I'm like, "I fucking got this. Leave me alone. I can hold my own." I mean, we were screaming at each other back and forth. I'm like, "Stop shaking. Read the fucking paper. It will tell you everything you need to know." Everything.
Classic UPS though. Good God.
Oh,
You can't be scared of nobody. So.
And then even better, the new manager we have. When my mom passed away in 2020, we had left the funeral home after making the arrangements.
I swear I'm not laughing.
No, it's all good. I know something good's coming, so I was starting to laugh too. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Give us a copy of the obituary, and we take it in. She's like, "Do you want to take it in?" I'm like, I don't want to go in there because I'm fucking saying everything. I'll just stay out here. You take it in. So she takes the obituary in, and the OMSs are in the office, and they were like, "Can we help you?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm Chelsae. I'm Dusty's wife. Just dropping off his mom's obituary." And they were like, "Oh, we heard about you and Mike."
Oh my God.
They're like, "We don't want any problems. We don't want problems at all."
Yeah.
Manager.
That's fucking amazing.
Oh my God.
Help you. And she's like, "Oh, I'm Dusty's wife, Chelsae. I'm just dropping off his mom's obituary since we were in town." She's like, "Oh, I don't want any problems with you.
Oh
God, so somewhere around the table, some corporate setting somewhere, they were like, "Holy shit, we got to show her." She got flagged.
You did.
What?
Station. Yeah, you'll love this.
What?
What you did at the gas station when we went with Boone and Sherry was pumping gas.
Oh, you start it, and then I can't remember.
Well, we had went down.
I do a lot of dumb shit.
We went to her grandma's to pick up because you wanted to come home, and there's a gas station right down the road from her house. And we pull in, and I made the mistake of saying, "Oh, look, she pumps her own gas. That's amazing." It's her manager.
I don't know. Do you want to edit out her name?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We
Just
can
say.
if we need to. Shit. Sorry,
We pull in, and I made the comment, she's pumping her gas. She's like, "That's her." I'm like, "Yeah, it's her." So we pull up and we park in front of the gas station. I go inside with Boone. We get whatever, and we come back out. And I get in the car, and Chelsea's like, "Did she say anything to you when you walked in? When she walked in?" I'm like, "I didn't even see her walk in." Oh, okay. So we back. We start going up the road, and our driver, she's just.
And I'm going like 20 under the speed limit.
And she says, "Oh, would you look who's behind us?" Like, what did you do?
Nothing.
60. Well, I don't know. I'm like, what did you do? She's like, well, she walked by the car and I rolled the window down and I yelled, "Hey," I yelled her name and I go,
Like, "Hey, shit." I was like waving my middle finger. But I was going 20 under the speed limit, and she would not even get remotely close or pass or anything.
That's amazing. God. Well, I can understand why. I mean, I won't get into all that on here, but some of the stuff that Dusty's told me, I can understand why you would be flipping her off going 20 miles under the speed limit. I'd say she deserves it.
That's funny.
God, that's amazing, though.
Just flipping off a center manager.
About the question of the week, I am fully prepared. Okay, fully prepared.
Okay, let's.
I was going to say
we can totally get into it.
We absolutely can, because fucking this was a good one. This was a good one.
Pull it up. You're welcome.
And this was all Dave too, by the way. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna make this the question of the week. Well, this will be good because we'll have a couple." I mean, the last two, he's been killing it with questions of the week. So yeah, I'm ready for this one. This is a good one.
So, hold on. Did you comment on here?
Did I?
Oh no, yeah, no, Dusty did. So the question of the week this week was, what's one thing your partner, significant other, does that really grinds your gears?
You know what you're gonna say? Because I'm fucking ready.
Well, go ahead. You guys can totally go first.
One that's related to UPS, and that one is, he will come home from work and tell me his day, stop by stop. Like I give a fuck. Like I these addresses or these people. Like I don't give a fuck. But he will, and I'll be like, I don't care, and he just keeps going. Okay. But the second one, this is the one that God, it just irks me. I work night shift. What the fuck? I work night shift, so when I'm getting home, he's getting ready for work. He shits on a timer every single day. The exact same time every single day. So when I come home, instead of good morning, I hear his turds hitting the toilet every morning. I'm serious. Could I at least, there's privacy in this house. Just every morning Kerplunk, and then I hear, "Oh, good morning."
Good morning, honey.
That'd be that when we first bought. I'll tell you a good one. We looked at this house when we first bought our house, and we went to the bedroom, and I'm like, "Oh, this is a closet." And I'm like, "That's a pretty nice closet." I'm like, "Oh, this must be a closet too." His and hers closet. And I opened the door, and it was a fucking toilet and a sink right beside the bed. I'm like, "Fuck yes,
No,
Genius.
yeah."
toilet is like the Titanic sinking. It is so
Submarine. The submarine.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Titanic sunk a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Well, still.
It's the submarine.
Could I have a good morning? We have just an ounce of practice.
Listen, I have to come to Dusty's like defense here because I do shit on a timer as well in the morning. Same time.
Same time.
Makes my-
Absolutely.
A little bit less.
It's just
Why don't you
Cool.
shit on company time?
So
Then get paid to shit.
but what if you're in a rural route? You're gonna go shit in the woods like Luke?
I
Well,
have done that.
He's done that.
I have done that.
I've had to bring
It's fine.
pants.
oh,
I've had he
That
shit
was what-
himself.
I didn't. I
Tell the
rode-
story.
You have to tell him because he shit his pants. And the favorite
I
that I
did.
went to bed with.
I told that one the last time.
was
when I
that when you
shit-
the ride along? Was it when you shit your pants or something in there? No, you had to pick you up in his.
A ride
It was
along?
his personal truck or something, wasn't it? The fucking guy.
Your lunch will feel better. Take your break. Oh, take your breaks. All right, yeah. I took all of it, and then you can shit my pants. And while he wasn't looking, I grabbed the DR bag. And when I got in her car, I put the DR bag down on the seat.
And I was like, "What's that for?" And he was like, "So I don't get shit on your seat." How do you know which side you already sat on? He goes, "I didn't. I didn't use it in his truck. I put my ass on his seat." And what was it? Like a month later, he got
Yeah.
a new truck because he couldn't figure out where the smell was coming
Was it like one of those like can't trust the fart situations?
No, I was sick.
He was puking
Oh.
at the same time.
She had went to a friend's house to take something, and his daughter was sick. And he said, she's sick, but you wouldn't know because she was running around everywhere. And then she was in Bristol. And she come home. She was passed out on the floor in the bathroom. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm puking, shitting. And then I went to work one day, and I felt fine. And then I got to Rocky, one of my bulk stops, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to throw up. I had to hurry up and get all their shit unloaded. I got out, and I went in the parking lot, and I started throwing up. I'm like, oh, fuck. So,
Damn, can you take him to
I'm like,
stand?
damn, what the fuck? So, yeah, he had to come down and get me.
Okay, but what grinds your gears?
God.
I'm dying to know.
Oh yes. Sorry,
Sorry.
That's
We got lost with
it
shit.
is. It's such a big part of the job, though. It literally in this world, it does it.
What my perfect self does to grind your gears.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
Go ahead, Dusty. You have the floor.
Spill it. Are you brave?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What really grinds my gears is when I get in your car and I have to channel my inner sling blade. When I have to say, it ain't got no gas in it.
I will drive past 4 gas stations on E. I know exactly how many miles I can go past once it says 0 before I need to go to the gas station. I have to pump my own gas. I will FaceTime him and be like, look at this shit. This is what husbands are supposed to do.
If you want to envision it, when I get in her car, it's kind of like me, myself, and Irene. When Jim Carrey does that transformation in the grocery store and he makes all the fucking...
What a good reference. Oh shit.
every time.
God.
I can say that is one that's one you, Chelsae, and my wife Ashley have in common, because I have that one, and I'm not going to say this was you because I saw this as a reel that Dusty shared, so I'm not going to, but it made me laugh because I shout out to Mrs. Nomad. She wouldn't disagree, but it was a thing on taking out the garbage. And it was a thing of, he showed a guy taking, or and it was like walking like, what made it seem like a mile. And then it said anybody else in the house, and it's opened up the door and dropped it outside the door. And I laughed hard at that one because I said, oh, that's totally Ashley. So I'm not calling you
But
out on that. He shared it real, and I was laughing hard at that one. I just remember.
if you drive a Bronco like me, you can go exactly 14 miles. Once it says miles to E, you still have 14 miles left.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And Chelsae, what about you? What's your grind your gears?
Well, she said of her getting off her shift and shitting, or we're coming into him shitting every day. But that's how we got started. That's how we snowballed through the shit, because then the shit snowballed because it just always seems to. It always seems to be. It just does. Like I said, it's such a. But I'm for one, I'm the odd person out here because I do not have a timed shitting time for me. It's just random. I felt like I should add that in there. In case you guys were wondering, I just figured I'd throw that in there for good, just for clarity.
All right, Luke, what about you? What grinds your gears for Ashley?
I mean, poor girl isn't even down here to defend herself. She might be, but so I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I'll defend you, Miss.
I would say, like I said with the gas and the garbage stuff, that doesn't really bother me. I'm just kind of sort of no. I don't know. I normally I just take the garbage. I just take the trash out, so I don't even. But I don't know if I would say, if anything, and we both do it to each other. So it's not like I would be a hypocrite if I would say it was just be her, but we are bad about not letting each other finish sentences especially if it's something where I don't even know if it's necessarily like completely disagreeing on, but just like kind of disagreeing on. I feel like we're fucking bad at that. Like we'll both be like, "Hey, you gotta let me talk," and then we'll say it again. Like I'll say, "You gotta let me talk," then I'll fucking interrupt her 5 minutes later. So, I mean, that would probably be. That's always what I can think of. That one would grind my gears, but she could say the exact same thing about me. We're kind of two peas in a pod on that one. But other than that, I can't. I mean, I can't think of anything offhand. I will say this, going back to being a stay-at-home mother, when I realized this was early on to when Willow was very little, and I sat on a diaper. It wasn't a shit diaper, just a pee diaper, and that was on the couch, and I was just like, I said something about, because she forgot to throw it away. And then after I learned a little bit more, I was like, oh, never mind. That's why, because reverting back, once I had my little taste of what she went through, I was like, oh, I can understand how you can get sidetracked. So that was always one that I'd always kind of laugh at now. But early fatherhood, I would probably like it. Just, I mean, I'm like still pretty early into it. I've got a 2-year-old. I'm acting like I'm fucking experienced. Because how old are Bristol and Boone? I know how old are they?
On the 1st, and Bristol will be 9 on the 27th.
So that would
23 months apart. And we are done. I don't have the parts for that anymore. We are absolutely done.
This time, I mean, it is this day and age, it is. I mean, even I found that out with just having one kid. Like, yeah, my daughter.
Once they pass and buckle their own seatbelt, it's a whole new level of freedom.
Fuck yeah.
See?
My 5-year-old finally does it. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Like the car seat that he's still in too. Like he'll just,
Yeah.
and then he'll just push the button and take the, loosen up the strap and.
Buckle in their seatbelt. We're golden.
It's like, and also just side note, that's completely off track from the question of the week, but also side note too, like when you don't have to buy diapers, like my 3-year-old is finally like starting to get it. And
Yep.
so, he's in big boy underwear now, so like, stuff. So
Potty trained my son. He was it his second or third birthday? I think it was his third. On the day before his third birthday, I said, they don't make diapers for 3-year-olds, so you need to start peeing in the toilet. He never after that ever again.
Nice.
that's incredible.
On.
So see, like, I know I joked earlier about like, cool, you guys doing the gentle parenting. Like, it's just, you can't. Like, have you ever seen the meme that says like, it says, I run my house like a pirate ship. There's drinking, swearing,
Yep.
and just like all that. That's exactly what it's like.
So my son, on his first day of preschool at a church preschool, they were going around the room and she said, say your name and say something you like. I was like, saying their name, saying something nice. You get to my son. My feral, get 0 fuck son. He said, my name is Goddammit Boone, and I like boobies.
Fucking legend. God, that's amazing.
So yeah, my name is Goddammit Boone, and I like.
We yell at him as "Goddammit, Boone."
God, I always think of South Park, like Kyle Broflovsky's mom, somebody in that church daycare was like,
What?
Love our children to death, but
Of course.
You learn the hard way around here.
Yeah.
Same here. Absolutely.
If I tell him, "Hey, don't do that," you don't know what you're talking about, all right?
I know. Yeah.
I walk away. Fuck around.
Man, it is, yes, to fully, I'm still,
Funny.
I'll have to remember that because Willow's a little past 2 now. We'll have to see if that'll work if I need it to. Be like, hey.
If there's blood or if somebody's dying or guts are hanging out. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about it.
Or bones.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Well, mine, I'll share mine real quick. And it's funny because my wife even shared this question of the week with me as soon as I put it out. She was like, well, I'm excited to hear what you have to say about me. And so I told her what I was going to say because as soon as I wrote it out, I thought of something immediately. And
you.
that,
just digging a grave.
what?
Just digging your grave. Go ahead.
And that's like, so, we have these, we have the vitamins for the boys, for my, 2 boys. And right in the middle of our kitchen is obviously an island. And then right behind us is the counters, or the cabinets where the vitamins go into that we give my boys every night. And the one thing for some reason she can't do is put the vitamins back in the cabinet that's right behind her. 2 seconds.
Exploiting his shit. You're upset about vitamins.
But it's like when I'm in charge and the wife's out or something like that, and I'm the one putting the boys to bed, I think about it every fucking time I take the vitamins out. I'm like, it's not hard to put them back in after you take the vitamins out. I think about it every time, and it drives me crazy.
She's going to bust your ass for that one.
She's probably listening right now.
She's cracking her knuckles. She's cracking her knuckles, getting ready. Nah, dude, she probably just had a. Can I ask what did she say about you? Did she say something? I can't see her.
I don't think I asked her actually.
Oh damn.
Oh, you got to start that then, because I want to hear what she has to say about you.
I bet it would be. I'll tell you what I was. Danielle isn't afraid to bust bust Dave's chops because when we had her on the podcast, I was just giggling. I was giggling like a 6-year-old just sitting there going. Because Dave normally always would with moderating and directing everything, and I was sitting there just giggling. Yes, but
Yeah, I can't
she
think
she
if I
says she's
asked
like,
her.
oh, you're just perfect.
No,
I'm just
no.
that was mostly yeah.
Listening to this right now is laughing. Is calling. Bristol had dental surgery a couple days ago, and when she was numb, she bit the shit out of the inside of her cheek. So I got to get her some meds. But y'all have fun, and I'm excited.
do your thing.
Chelsae, we appreciate you coming
Thank you.
on. Thank you so much.
Got mom duty calls. I'll talk to you guys later.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, so to continue with the question of the week, here we go. This is what the comments say. This one's from the good old Roland Rogan. Say, can we be overly adorable and say nothing? Wink face. Or maybe we need to wait until we're reunited after not seeing each other for 3 months. Then we'll have a good one. That is insane, actually.
By the way, as this is being recorded, I think today was the day
They are
got reunited.
back together, yeah.
So shout out Joe and Amy. I mean, we talked about that. That's the fucking shittiest part about getting older, man, is people getting older around you. So they were, Amy was helping take care of her dad, and Joe was, with his mom, and then they were separated for a while. And yeah, it's good to see them back, man. I know they'll be rolling soon enough, and probably have a good. Yeah. We'll re-ask them this question in a few. What'd you say? 3 months.
There you go. This one's from RJ. Shit. Absolutely hysterical. This one's from Porno Parcel. Says, it really grinds my gears when my wife's boyfriend doesn't pay for the hotel. So fucking rude.
Which I replied to this, in the classic date, how they used to say go Dutch, 50-50. I mean, I know most people probably, if they don't know who RJ is, it might add a little shock value to it. But I think in these times, I mean, yeah, I feel like you could say, I can't say I disagree with them, but maybe they can get a payment plan going or
Jesus. This one's from Swollen Gorilla. He just says, breathe.
See,
that's what grinds his gears.
There's fucking Swollen Gorilla fucking choosing violence right there.
Dropping one in there.
You know that,
right? This one's from that dude Luke. Says she's always right and likes to brag about it.
That's a good one.
This is true. This one's from Brad Mosier. B. Rad Mo says it really grinds my gears when she gets a callus. It just doesn't feel the same.
See, I don't know. Brad was saying something subtle there. I don't know what you're up to, Brad.
What doesn't feel the same, Brad? This one's from Old Ball Bearded Bastard. Says, when I get in my wife's car and have to channel my inner Sling Blade when I say... What'd she say? What'd he say?
Hasn't it?
Fucking love it.
Get in it.
Dude, well, there was one other thing I wanted to make sure to add to this, and it was a random ass thing I saw with the post office.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen this up your way or not, but they those little the surveyors that are counting like the 1 square foot of a house that have those little roll out things. I don't know what the fuck you call them.
They're walking around with it and it's got like a wheel on it.
And they're like measuring feet or steps or whatever the hell they're doing. But there's a mailman that's on my route, and every commercial stop I saw him at, he had to get that thing out and roll it, and they're measuring how many steps they're taking from where they're parking to the building. And I was just curious if that was something either one of you have ever seen, and if that's a fucking new thing, like, dude, that just seems crazy to me.
Never seen it.
You imagine taking the thing to measure your steps every fucking...
Like walking with that and holding the mail too?
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything like that, but I mean, I'm out in the country all day, so all I see is this crazy mailman fucking running me off the road.
Yeah.
But
no, I know.
So
Luke,
I was just
I've
curious.
never
That
seen
was
it. I'm
one thing I
curious.
saw this week, and I literally saw it this week, and it made me curious. If anybody has an answer to that, if there's any USPS workers listening to this, I'd like to know what that's all about. But
Yeah, what's going on there?
I have to, is this the time where we can get into disgruntled dialogue?
Oh yeah. So we like to play this fun little game on here where we go on UPS's Facebook page.
Oh God.
Or
And we
Instagram,
all know that-
whichever.
Yeah.
Either one.
And we know the comment section is just popping off with a bunch of disgruntled people. Absolutely disgruntled. So we like to read them now and on here and see what people have to say. So to paint this picture of this one that I want to say, they posted a picture of the inside of a package car and a whole bunch of boxes in it, and it says, rate our load. Like, how did we do? And so obviously there's a bunch of disgruntled people in this comment section. So like this one, for instance, says, this is about a -3 on the grading scale. One turn and all of that is falling down. Too bad they don't train preloaders anymore. I know that one. Someone says this is halfway through the preload shift. Picture taken during break time.
I never had a break time.
And then there's people like this. Can we talk about how damaged boxes arrive? $200 item in this box. Thank God the seller secured it. So now we're having disgruntled customers. You know? I mean, this one is straight out of left field. Keeping the map option on the dyad would make our days better. Because those have gone away in some centers now. They no longer have the map option anymore.
Yeah, that hadn't hit here
Do you still have yours, Dusty?
We had it Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, and then it was gone yesterday.
Oh, shit. It's coming then. Man, it'll be gone when I come back.
It's making its rounds.
Or say something about it to one of our on-roads we had from Zanesville, and he's like, yeah, some centers have lost it, and then next day, bam, gone.
Yeah. Yeah, like my cousin's center, that's the next center north of me. They've lost it already for like the last week, I think now, and we still have it for some reason. But yeah, it's coming. It's coming everywhere. So be ready.
Boy,
be ready for that.
You shit show.
Oh yeah. And then like it makes you think like, what's the reasoning? Like they just want more control. Or maybe it's their way to force drivers to follow Orion.
Probably. But one thing I have noticed, I don't know if you still have it though. I don't know, Luke, do you still have the map?
For now we do, yeah. We still have it for now.
One is the board doesn't lag and you don't have to reset it as much.
That's what my cousin said too.
That makes it worth it for me then.
Or what, but I've noticed I haven't had to restart it as much.
Yeah, I did hear that as well. But I mean, even like I've noticed I don't even have to restart mine yet as much either. So I don't know if maybe there's like two separate upgrades or software updates or whatever the fuck they do now. Like, but I noticed mine, like I haven't had to restart my board in a little while now, knock on wood. And but my cousin said the same thing too. As soon as they lost the map option, it was like the board was almost flawless, if that's possible.
Orion's not flawless, but
that's true.
God.
I had two stops on the same, a half a fucking mile apart. There were 13 fucking stops in between them.
Whoa.
Was it like that side, that side, that side, that side, and then back to the middle?
And I drove by it twice. I drove by it twice to get the first one, just to come back. And I told my manager, I'm like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I know. We're trying to fix it.
We're trying to fix it. Yeah.
Dude, they've been trying to fix it for years.
Turn the fucking shit off.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't work.
Yeah, it would be nice. See, that has to be why they did, because that has to be why they took maps off, or they're taking them off. I mean, if it makes the board run better, I'm good with that. But that makes perfect sense though, because it's like, it's for, I don't know. I can't fucking stand. They need to cut their losses with O'Brien. We could beat that fucking dead horse all day. It's been
They'll never admit
$100
it.
million just set on fire, or however much it costs. But
I think it was more than that.
probably. Dude, so I'm going to I just picked this one that's a picture. Just a random fucking picture. Looks like White Van Man, but it wasn't Gary. It was another dude. It was somewhere in Canada. I get 31 comments on here. I'm just going to read the first 5. And I mean, I don't understand like why they fucking even. I mean, these are even they're so long. I'm not even going to read the first one. I'll just read 4. Just letting you folks know, I will never ship anything with you again. Your driver stole a FedEx package off my porch that had been left earlier in the day. How about you DM me so we can get his name for the police? Yes, it's all on a security camera. You guys need to do their service. Very disappointed. I got touched in a UPS truck. Bro, I don't give a fuck. Where's my stuff at? That's for the... I don't, dude. So your union people came up this week and was telling him what they were saying, that they were going to start looking for drivers saying negative stuff on social media about UPS. And I'm like, all the fucking negative stuff's on their own goddamn pages. It's just...
And you know, half the people commenting on that are drivers.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, they could fire half the company just by going to their Facebook page.
Yeah, they want bad press. They just need to delete their social media, dude. It's so fun. God damn. I don't really. I mean, it is what it is. They're just so pissed off, but that's just not gonna. I don't know. I feel like, dude, it's just like how I feel like it's almost bots set up sometimes. It's just so bad. But some of the drivers on there, I don't like the shit when I see, like, I did a couple videos on this, like the one, but see, I don't like how some drivers act on there, but it's still the same though, Shane, because they don't fucking operate the same. Where it's true, most of them guys saying that on there, probably in their center, they would get fired, because it's a lot different in a lot of other places. So I don't like, I don't know. It's been a fun segment to add, because it's literally nonstop. That UPS posts every day, and it's just getting shit on with shitty comments every single day. It's like a fucking, just the well's not going to run dry. It's in our lap.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Luke, you have anything else, buddy?
I think I'm good on my end, man. Like I said, brother, I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming on, and Chelsae too. Obviously, we had to. I wanted to retell the dog bite story, and I wanted to. I mean, there can always be a next time, because I also wanted. I mean, I know Chelsae talked about working a little bit, but I mean, we did. I guess we did touch on the stay-at-home mom and the shift into working. So I mean, I feel I think I'm good. I'm good on my end, brother.
Right. Dusty, do you have anything, buddy?
I don't think so. No.
All right. Oh, awesome. Well, on that note, Dusty, thank you for joining us. Chelsae, wherever you are there, thank you guys again.
She went to
coming back
to
on.
Walgreens, or was that where she was running? Does Walgreens open that late there?
I think they close at 11.
No shit. It's
I think she's going over to Meyer. They close at midnight, so
I got you.
it's not too.
There you go.
We don't live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. We got no fucking Walmart, dude. We don't have what COVID fucked that up, man. I'll miss Walmart being open 24 hours a day. That's still something we have not gotten back here. It's fucking bullshit.
And dude, I'll tell you a good one. When I used to race, there was a kid I raced in one of the classes I raced, and he was over from, I want to say Woodsfield, Ohio, somewhere close to West Virginia. He told me it was an hour drive from his house just to get to Walmart.
Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
And where he raced at, close to where I'm at, it was like a 3.5 hour drive for him to get there. Like, fuck that.
That's a fucking haul, man.
Yeah.
I have some friends that live like in the Seneca Rocks, Franklin area in West Virginia, and that's where it's real. It's pretty rural there, and like it's so funny. Their sense of driving to places is so different because they grew up being away from everything. So everywhere they went, it was a hike. Cause like they'll say something, be like, "Well, dude, it's only 2 hours away." And I'm like, "Only 2 hours away? I don't want to fucking road. That's a 4 hour round trip." But you know what I mean? It's like you're fucking. In their mind, yeah, it's like 2 hours and shit. That's like a fucking drive down the road. God. Shout out to the Vances. Love you guys.
Awesome. All right, well, that'll wrap it up. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, go follow Old Ball Bearded Bastard and Mindfully Me over on Instagram, all right? You won't regret it, I promise. Want to keep laughing? Go give a follow. Luke, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, we'll see you guys next week.
Later, everybody.